Hello there, people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Still talking about the issue of Peter Obi possibly being the presidential aspirant of People Democratic Party due to possible, merger between Labour Party and PDP. APC has given their position, the presidency has given their position, but shockingly, APC has come out to tell Nigerians that Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria. But then, the timeline given to him is what we're going to be looking at right now. This is coming from one of the supporters. But then, we're going to look at also what Peter Obi is doing right now. Don't forget that he started his condolence message traveling, He was with Junior Pope's family during the period they're about to bury Junior Pope, and there was a lot of shout about things happening here. Reno Mokri was doing all of that, but right now he has also paid a visit to somewhere else, this time around far away in the north, where there was a bomb explosion in the mosque, and you get to hear when he went there. We're going to be looking at these two news in a different. When we're back, we're going to be talking with one of our colleague in the house, my colleague in the house, and we're going to be giving more insight to what APC mean if possibly they have made with God to know exactly when Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria. Now let's go straight to the news. Now, according to the news, Peter Obi, who is the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, on Sunday visited victims of the Kano mosque attack receiving treatment at the Murtala Muhammed Hospital in the state. Obi said the visit was to physically show solidarity with the wounded, offer support and wish them a speedy recovery, as well as to thank and encourage the management of the hospital. The former Anambra State governor also sent his condolences to the government of Kano State, the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, and the people of Kano over the incident. It was reported that a 38-year-old man, Shaifu Abubakar, used a petrol bomb to set a mosque at Laraba, Basawa in Gasewa local government area of Kano State on fire during the early morning prayer. The Kano State Police Command confirmed on Friday that the death toll from the mosque explosion has risen to 15. However, being in a post on his ex-handle on Monday said the incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of promoting peace, tolerance, and understanding in the society. Now, according to him on his X page, he says, yesterday, Sunday the 19th, as follow-up to my earlier condolence message regarding those who lost their lives in the horrific and devastating terror attack on May 16, 2024 in Gezawa local government area of Lagos State. During the morning prayer session, I visited Murtala Muhammed Hospital in Kano to sympathize with those injured and receiving treatment at the hospital. The visit was to physically show solidarity with the wounded, offer support, and wish them a speedy recovery, as well as to thank and encourage the management of the hospital. And most importantly, it was to send a message to the victim that we stand together in condemnation of any senseless act of violence and killing in our country. Once again, I sincerely send my condolence to the government of Kano State, the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, and the people of Kano over this very sad incident. I extend my thoughts and prayers, especially to the family of the victim. These incidents serves as a stark reminder of the importance of promoting peace, tolerance, and understanding in our society, and to create a safer and more harmonious community for all. For the deceased, may Almighty Allah forgive their sins and grant them eternal rest. Those were the words of Peter Obi. But then let's look at, amidst all of these that Peter Obi is doing, what is APC finally expecting Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria? Because it seems as if they're the ones predicting the chance of anybody entering into. A former spokesperson to defunct Atiku Okowa presidential campaign committee, Daniel Wallace, said the only chance Peter Obi, the spokesperson or the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has to become Nigerian president is in the year 2039. Wallace stated this in a statement via his X handle on Monday. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have to finish his 2 terms with power returning to the north for another 8 years. The former spokesperson said power will only return to the south in 2039. Wallace stated at Peter Obi only stands a chance to be Nigerian president from 2039, when he will clock 79 or above 79 years. By then, his message will no longer be vote me because I am the younger of the candidate, but it will be vote me because age doesn't matter but capacity. The reason is our official bat will finish his 2 terms, then power would come to the north for another 8 years before it goes to the south. The e-rodents who keep shouting we are the youth, by then would be saying we are the elders. blessed week ahead. That was what Daniel Bwala had to say. That was what Bwala had to tell Nigerians. This is quite interesting, I must say. So many reactions have rolled in over that statement. But then it seems that the possibility is already staring at our face based on his permutation. My colleague is in the house, and we're going to be looking at, first of all, the prediction and also this extent of solidarity and act of visiting and building grassroots support for himself. That's talking about Peter Obi. Do you think that what he's doing thus far is still traceable to being a political leader in Nigeria, or is just his philanthropic kind of life?
Well, you can't rule out the fact that he's a philanthropist. From time immemorial, he has always been known to do such things. But of course, we know that he's a politician. A politician in Nigeria is a politician in Nigeria. He cannot be doing all of that for free. Of course, before now he does that, but now he's doing it with a lot of media hype. So which means he has a lot to offer. And who says that Peter Obi does not have the capacity to rule? Yes, there's always that power of incumbency. You could before Bola Tinubu entered, of course, he didn't have the instrumentalities of the police, the INEC, the executive. But right now, it will be a bit more easier for him because now he has authority over them and, of course, the executive arm. But who says the will of the people cannot prevail? If Peter Obi is able to sell himself very well to the grassroots, very well, he's able to sell himself to the north, east, west, and south, and the person of Bola Tinubu does not perform superlatively, the power of incumbency notwithstanding, the people will stand up and defend their vote. It happened in the time of Edo. Some people will say that's just the state. Edo said, Edo no be Lagos. Despite the presence of top politicians, they gave it to the person they want to give it to, and they stood and guarded their vote. So it just may be a case of, if they discover that it's now a case of corrupt politician against the will of the people will stand. If they believe in Peter Obi, if Peter Obi can sell himself to the people that vote me, and all this will come to barest minimum. And the president, Bola Tinubu, right now does not perform well in these 4 years. Then, of course, it's going to be a free ride for Peter Obi. This will just be a case of any other person but Bola Tinubu, since the suffering is quite high.
Okay, but a lot of people believe that it's not possible to win, Peter Obi to win in elections. Reason being that already the structure of criminality built thus far in the country is almost 80% politically, and for you to come out clean and be thinking of going against this structure who already normally have their demands when anybody comes on board will be quite difficult. We've seen also in the case of Bola Tinubu, as much as he has good plans for Nigeria, as he has said, and as we've also seen them, but we noticed that certain places he has not gone to. For example, I thought by now, is it Wale Edong, the guy who is in charge of minerals and all of that, and I thought by now he would have gone an extra mile, to ensuring that Nigeria start getting fund money from gold that is in Zamfara State. It is now Medina, Alake. I thought by now all of that would be possible, but it seems that it's not working out the way expected. So do you think with the criminality still intact in its place politically, Peter Obi can still come with that innocency and become the president of Nigeria?
There will always be a little bit of criminality involved. Let's tell ourselves the truth. For you to stop the criminality in Nigeria, you need a criminal-minded person who can read the mind of a criminal to be able to stop a criminal. So whether we like it or not, with the level of criminality in Nigeria, if you totally want to stop it, they will expunge your move. So you need somebody who is, less of a criminal than the regular big guys, and bit by bit we gradually, expunge. I do not expect Peter Obi to come and perform magic. He's not holding any magic wand that is going to change the narrative of Nigeria in one night. I believe it's going to be a gradual process. I believe it's going to be a case of stopping the criminality first, then gradually cleaning it up. So if eventually Peter Obi enters, who he hands over power to matters a great deal. If you're going to be going backward or be coming forward, that's one. And when Peter Obi enters, he also needs to have a cabinet of people he has trust. I believe by now, Peter Obi should have people he has grown to trust their verdict, trust their character, so that by the time he eventually finds himself into the seat of power, it will not be a difficult task for him to bring in people of integrity and yet professional in their fields.
All right, last one, the issue of him being the president, possibly in 2039. The permutations are very clear for me. I wouldn't say I'm standing by it, but based on the past, based on the record thus far, the only case that was different was that of Jonathan. Anytime presidents come on board, they spend the next 8 years before they take a walk. We saw in the case of Bola Tinubu, in the case of Obasanjo, Buhari also did the same. Now, Bola Tinubu is there. If he finishes, there is no way a Southerner will take that position again. No matter how good you are, they will not allow that to happen. Do you think that Peter Obi can break that genes come 2027 and get a hold of the mind of the people?
Now, the only thing Peter Obi is doing that all of those in the past have never done is to touch the mind of the people. Others have always been going to meet top politicians for endorsement. He is going to meet top politicians for alignment, notwithstanding. But in all of this, he's meeting the people whose votes counts, which is the Nigerian people, the Nigerian populace.
Getting familiar with them,
such that they can have direct access to him. Yeah. If you tag Peter Obi, he responds. He's one politician that even if you tag him in any of his handles, he responds to you. Wow. Can you imagine? A little boy will invite Peter Obi and he attends to that invitation. And that is very good, which means I am accessible. And now people would like to relate with it. Now, if all of this drama we are doing is about the people's vote, and of course some people will say our vote doesn't count because they make it look as if it doesn't count. But if the people see that there's somebody who we want to bring in and is the person that will change the narrative, some people who have never voted all their adult life will come out that day. And some persons who have been voting the wrong people, they have a reason to vote. And all it takes is everybody guard your vote in your polling units. And if anybody that says INEC, even the INEC person said from the beginning, Nigerians begin to say we don't want this person. They begin to see the wave. Even those who want to rig will tell you, okay, it be like this particular election. It's not like the regular one, no. The youth are standing. Nigerians are awake. They are awake now and they want to protect them. So it will not be a case of how do we scatter their unity? That's when you begin to see things like division of tribal bigotry. They will try to introduce tribal bigotry into it, religious, so that the unity will have to break one way or the other. So if he continues building this now, it will almost be difficult to bring tribal bigotry then, because the suffering is general, regardless of which tribe you come from.
Wow, that is nice. I pray that it will turn out that way. But I also like the fact that what is going on is happening because it's already putting the other party under heavy tension. If they don't perform, then they should get ready. Peter Obi is getting it from there. That's what we'd like to leave it. Let's meet our commissioners and talk more on this.